Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day, wherein I've actually been thinking of trying to take from my other videos the ba-ding sound, and then export it to my PlayStation, and then add that in so that there's a ba-ding back. We shall see what happens. Anyway, though, thumbs up, good morning, it's a brand new day. Fan on in the window, fans on outside, windows propped open. It's gonna be, well, mid 80s at the very least, so thumbs up. Yesterday, I took an early walkies, went downtown, and then came back because I had to buy stuff like water. I gotta go make another early walkies today. I gotta buy kitty cat food. So thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, as stated, brand new day, and oh boy, I don't have a lot that I've got on my list. The biggest thing that has been on my mind has been my neck, my situation, and the future. I have been thinking about this a lot. I don't want to have surgery at all, ever, at the same time. The situation with my spinal stenosis is not going to get better. This is not going to get better because it's tight through there and getting tighter all the time, and it's already impacting the nerve and my arm. It's only a matter of time before this side gets just as bad. And as somebody in the comments was talking about, I believe it was their grandmother, had lower back spinal stenosis. Ended up in a wheelchair in their 80s. And of course, in your 80s, that's not a very good candidate for surgery, so stuck in the wheelchair. I don't know about this one. I have a feeling, since it's up so high in my neck, that any real stenosis that continues and makes it worse and crunches on my spine is going to do things like interrupt signals from my brain to my heart, my lungs, my intestines, my muscles, anything. I don't want to just suddenly either become quadriplegic or worse. So this isn't going to get better, and I'm only going to get older. I have, I think, a semi-reasonable fear of going under for surgery, because people die on the table all the time. I mean, it's not a huge threat, it's just there is a chance you're not going to wake up. It might only be a 1% chance or a 2% chance, but you got to roll them dice when you go under, and you may not get anything left but a state burial afterward if you don't have any money. I don't want to end up going under for surgery and then getting a state burial or cremation or whatever. That would kind of suck. I mean, I am nothing special. I am just another carbon-based life form crawling around on the surface of this rock until my time runs out and then I'm gone. So, I mean, I'm going to die anyway. We all are. We all have been for a very, very long time. And if we don't destroy the planet in the next couple decades, it will continue for some time. So everybody dies. I just don't want to die right now. On the other hand, this, like I stated, isn't going to get better. And then this is going to start affecting here, and it's going to make this worse. So my thoughts on this have been, yes, because I'm getting older, I'm going to have to get this done while I can. At the same time, I'm going to be moving here. I don't have a choice. At the very, very least, at the end of September, the lease runs out. My housemates aren't my housemates anymore. They aren't here. It's just their stuff here. And they've been packing that up to get ready to go. I got to start doing that. I can't do that if I've had surgery. I mean, it ain't going to be great trying to do all this moving with this going on. But I can't move if I've had surgery on my neck. So at the very least, I've got to get into a stable housing area. And then I am going to talk to them about when I should get surgery and how. That's, of course, assuming I'm still living in the Shelton. If I get to another place like Olympia, then I gotta start all over from scratch again, don't I? So we shall see what happens. But yeah, that's what's going on. I am coming to the realization that this is scary the way it is. And it's scary having to have surgery for it. But it's even scarier not getting surgery and, well, all of the various things that could happen. As it is right now, I have been freaking out. I mean, I know that I have been doing all sorts of things and nothing has happened. I haven't fallen over dead because of the spinal stenosis. It's not just going to suddenly I fall over and die. I do have time, and it's not fragile. It's going to keep getting worse, so I gotta do something. So that has been heavy duty on my head ever since the 19th of this month, getting heavier and heavier and heavier as I deal with everything going on. So yeah, after I find out where I'm going, what's happening, if I'm going to have my social security, because if I don't, then I'm going to just die on the street anyway. So we shall see what happens. But yeah, that's been heavy on my head. I have not been able to play any of my console stuff, my older console stuff. I have barely been able to play any of my newer console stuff. Can't play any of my Xbox stuff. My Xbox is dead. I need a new Xbox Series S, but I have no idea how I'm ever going to be able to buy one. So I've been doing my best to try and record stuff for the channel, because I need structure and I enjoy playing games. And even though I know there's no great call for my material, and I'm lucky if I get 200 views on any videos at all, but that's more than zero. So are people that enjoy watching, even if there aren't many. So I enjoy playing. I enjoy the routine of recording and editing and all that. So I'm going to keep doing that, even though it's going to be trying to do other stuff continuously as well. But yeah, I had to restart my character because, I soft-locked myself with my character. I had gotten poisoned, and it was just attacking my will or my agility. Now I can't remember. But the only way to cure it is you need either potions or a spell. Well, if you can get a spell or potions, they sell from the Mages Guild. But you have to be a member of the Mages Guild. And I could not join the Mages Guild. There are a couple temples. They're like 12 temples in total. All but 3 of them sell cure poison potions. I, of course, joined one of those that doesn't have cure poison potions. So I would have to find a cure poison potion somewhere. The odds of that are pretty low. I don't know that I've ever found one at all, ever. So, I was just going to eventually die of the poisoning. So I had to start up my new character. Yay on that. And there was something that was both funny and frustrating. I didn't talk about it in the video. I probably should have. I was going through this one dungeon, and it was horrific because I walked a certain distance, not very far, saw a floating skull on the air, clicked it, and got teleported to another part of the dungeon that did not connect up to where I was. So I had to try and find my way back out, found another set of teleporting skulls that got me back up to where I was. I was trying to find werewolf blood in this place. I mapped out the entire lower portion of this castle because I was stuck downstairs. Finally found the teleporter, made it back up. I spent like 20 minutes despairing, wondering if I was going to die down there and if I had ruined the game by what I had done. After I found my way back up, from the entrance, I took a right-hand turn, went this direction, down a hall, opened up a door. There was my quest material. If I had just gone this direction, it would have been, oh look, I found it, dip, boop, out. A minute, 30 seconds. As it was, because I went to the left instead of the right, I ended up mapping out the entirety of the dungeon, wondering if I was going to die down there in the dark and I'd have to start up a new character. But, thankfully for myself, I wanted to make up a character that wasn't going to have to worry about poisoning. So, you can choose advantages and disadvantages. And I chose immunity to poison. And so, when you choose advantages, that makes it so you have to get more and more experience to go up levels, but you can choose disadvantages to bring that back down. I just decided, well, my character can't wear leather, and cannot use kite shields or buckler shields, and cannot do another thing, or takes damage from magical fire, extra damage from magical fire. And that, when taking my advantages, bumped it upward, and then almost back down to where I had started with the disadvantages. I just did not want to deal with poisoning. So the first thing I do upon starting up the game, I get out of the tutorial, I make it to a place, I join the Mages Guild, and then I join the Fighters Guild, and I need to find a different, it's Akatosh, I believe, is the name of the god, which in the Elder Scrolls, the names of the gods were based off of the original, like, people who were making the game and playing the game, because it originally started off as like a Dungeons and Dragons game, and they were playing it on the tabletop, and then they started moving that into, well, the the computer game. And so there's like Akatosh is like, as known as the old Smog himself. And that was the guy's name, as known as the old Smog himself. And when you take it out, that's Akatosh. Julianos, one of them was named Julian. Stendar, part of the last name. Mara, there was another person, his name was Mara, and such like that. It was all of the names of the characters, of the actual people. So thumbs up on that. Past that, not much. I've gone walkies yesterday morning, and it was warm near hot. I got back around noonish. I need to go do it again. I have to go get kitty cat food, as mentioned, and I want to go before it gets hot because it's going to go in at least the mid-80s. And I wave over this way because there's a lot of high contrast for this arm against the darkness of the background. There's some over this way, but ow, my shoulder, which I'd already talked to the doctor when went in for investigation. I can bring this one all the way over this way, and I can pull it over and get it that direction. It hurts right now, but that's not because of muscle stuff. I mean, it is because of muscle stuff, but it's because of lack of movement. I've been hurting so much that, yeah, the muscles are starting to tighten up here, and the joint is getting tight, and the fat is just wiggling off my arms. That's what happens when you gain weight and then you lose weight. I was at 325 pounds after the death of my wife, and then I lost 165 pounds, got down to 160. I have, over the past 8-ish years, gained back about 40, 50 pounds of that. I'm at 200, 205 right now. I want to lose more of that, but, you know, it's not terrible. It's better than 300. I spent most of my life at like 240 plus. And then once I was married, 12 years of being married to my wife, because I didn't do anything, I was sedentary, because I was terrified she was going to die and I needed to be there to call 911, I was always between 240 and 290. So, yay. But past that, I am just going to be doing stuff here in my room, playing games, trying to do stuff. Hopefully you can get done the things that you want to get done. That would be cool as well. Don't beat yourself up if you can. Just do what you can. Thumbs up. Past that, I'm going to be thinking of as much creative stuff as I can. It's hard. Very, very difficult trying to think of anything at all. Because again, I got the panic and the static and the choice paralysis of what's going on in the house. And then on top of that, and even larger, is my fear and worry over this. So it's hard to think. It's hard to be creative. It's hard to play games because I've always got all this stuff weighing on me. Life is life. And of course, my computer is still dead. I don't know when or if I'm ever going to be able to get it fixed. Life is great. I mean, like I said, my life just keeps getting smaller and shabbier. My consoles are breaking, my computer is broken, I'm losing my house, my neck is in bad shape. What's going right in my life right now? Well, I'm not dead. But I could lose my Social Security and end up on the street. In which case, as stated, I'm going to die because you cannot plug a sleep apnea machine into a sidewalk. And I stop breathing when I am sleeping. And when you stop breathing, that is an incredible strain on your heart and your lungs. Yay. Still though, I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. Without your help, I and my aging pet would be hosed like literal Christmas monkeys. And if you know anything about a Christmas monkey, you know that is the worst possible way to be hosed. So thank you, each and one of these people. Thank you, each person who has in the past donated to my PayPal. And thank you, each person who has, it's been a while now, donated to my GoFundMe to try and help me out so that I don't just get hosed like a literal Christmas monkey. It is appreciated, each and every one of you. Definitely a thumbs up. Now I'm going to go through and thank how many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. It's never many anymore, but that's okay. Anything more than 0 is awesome. Jesse Koskinen, did I not make my text bigger? I can't see a bloody thing. Jesse Koskinen, once again, thumbs up. Thank you very, very much. Vicinator, who, yeah, I gotta get that surgery. I don't want it, but I gotta. I mean, again, a reasonable fear, I think, of dying on the table, taken further by my paranoia in that I'm almost convinced I'm going to die on the table, which I know is irrational. But total not Kia, thumbs up and thank you. It's roulette. Hey, I love the mountains. That's why I don't like places like Texas, Florida. When I look at the horizon, I shouldn't see the horizon. There should be mountains out there. That's why I like Washington State. That's why I like Germany, because it's like Washington State. You look at the horizon, there's mountains. That's a good thing. And then we have Chris Ryan, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. And then we have Bazinga. Oh, Daggerfall is awesome. I'm glad that they updated it though with the Unity engine. And then we have Confused Owl. Hokey smokes. I hope that your heat dome gets better. Good golly, Miss Molly, but thumbs up and good to see you. Cookie of Doom, thumbs up and thank you much. Larry from Space, it's good to see you as well. Revenian, thumbs up and thank you much. And Mr. Matt, greatly appreciated. Constable Lopez, it has been forever and a day since I've seen you in the comments, but good to see you. And then Made in Canada, always good to see you. Oh, Solid JJ. The more you watch and listen, the more you see. And he's, I think it's a he because it's like all male voices, but it's good stuff. And then, of course, MCKIDIET, thumbs up, thank you much. And that is it. Thank you, each and every one of you. Let me get rid of this spotlight. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thumbs up and thank you. It is appreciated. Oh, by sinuses. Ow, I think I'm going to sneeze here real soon. Ow, ow, ow. Ah. Ow. Yay. Oh, just as another weird minor thing. And ask yourself this one too. When I went into the doctor last month for the intake and evaluation, he looked inside of this ear. I thought maybe this ear was filled with wax because sometimes it's hard to hear out of it, like when I wake up in the morning. But no, it's clear. And then I discovered pushing up on the inside, on the back, like this, on this ear, is fine. Pushing up on the inside on this ear, that closes everything off. I can't hear anything when I push upward and inward on this side. So I have always woke up from sleeping with the pressure from here and then had difficulty hearing and gone, oh good golly, Miss Molly. But no, it's just anatomical pressure like that closes off my ear pathway on that side, but not on that side. Huh. So, I'm going to take it easy, especially in the heat. You take it easy, no matter where you are. Remember, this is going to be the coolest summer for the rest of our lives. Yay. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Oh, itchy. So, like I say, I gotta go out walkies. I'm gonna do some recording. I keep tugging on my shirt because, yeah, I want to do an OnlyFans for real, where I'm gonna have that tight shirt because, hey, I got quite a magnificent pair going on right here. But unless I'm doing anything specific, I don't really like showing off the old man titties all that much. Wait for the OnlyFans. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to tug my shirt down obsessively because that's just the kind of person that I am. So you take care, and I will see you. And yeah, I'm going to record probably Daggerfall today. I like and play other games too, but right now my head is so crushed by everything going on. You take care.